Hey, Mike with Marketing Systems by Design here, the channel where we help cleaning business owners generate more traffic, leads, and sales for their business with digital marketing. In today's video, I'll be walking you through 9 different ways you can increase conversion rates from your cleaning business website. So let's get into it. So one thing to understand is that a lot of these factors we're going to be talking about that can help you improve conversion rates really hone in on little things and small tweaks you can make to your website to improve your conversion rates. So the first thing that you want to do is to use real photos on your website instead of stock photos. We see this time and time again. Consumers are just becoming more tech savvy and they can spot a stock photo versus a real photo very quickly. On top of that, when you're dealing with a cleaning business, people are either letting your cleaning technicians into their home or maybe into your business if you do commercial cleaning. And that takes a lot of trust because people are letting complete strangers into their home or business. And so if you use a bunch of stock photos versus real photos, it can make your business seem a little bit more sketchy. In addition to that, when you use real photos, you're putting a face to your cleaning technicians. And so people get the feeling that these are the people you're going to be letting into their home or again into their business. And that can help you build trust with potential customers faster and give them a reason to hire you, which again improves your conversion rates. The second way to increase conversion rates on your website is to use positive reviews in your marketing. And so when people first come to your homepage, it's a great place to highlight positive reviews from your customers. You also can create a specific review page or testimonial page that's just review after review, highlighting the positive aspects of hiring your cleaning service. You also might want to include positive reviews on your estimate request pages, as that can help boost conversion rates as well. Also, if you have reviews that are linked to a specific service you offer or an industry you serve, those are also great things to put on those pages. So if you have service pages, if you have industry pages, and you have reviews that are related to that, those are great places to put those as well. It goes a long way to help improve conversion rates because it's a third-party source versus you just talking about how great your company is. The third tip for you is to use case studies. And so these are a little bit higher level version of positive reviews, where these are going to really tell a complete story, start to finish, of why someone hired you. You'll cover the problems they were facing, why they decided to hire you. You'll cover your process that you took that client through start to finish, and then you'll really highlight how things are better now compared to before they hired you. And so this can go a long way to improve conversion rates because people buy into these stories. You've probably heard before that facts tell and stories sell, and case studies are a great way to sell your products and service without being pushy. And so what's going to happen is if people are in that specific industry or want that specific service that this case study goes in detail with, they're going to really relate to the story of that customer. And so again, when they see that someone in their exact situation or looking for the service that they're looking for and experienced a positive result, that story can really help improve conversion rates and lead them to hire you versus a competitor. So definitely use case studies on your site if you have them available. The next tip you want to implement is to focus on benefits messaging, not just feature messaging. A lot of times when we go through cleaning business websites, we see them only list the features of their service. So they'll say things like, we do vacuuming, we clean ovens, we do floor cleaning, we wash windows, and on it goes. And certainly you want to list the services that you provide, but just a mere list of the services you do isn't usually enough to convert people into customers. So again, certainly list the features, but you want to frame it in a way where you also highlight the benefits of those features. So again, if you're talking about house cleaning or residential cleaning, you want to highlight things like time-saving elements, relieving stress, allowing people to better use their time or spend time doing things that they actually want to do versus cleaning. If you're talking about commercial cleaning, you can talk about the benefits of having a great image for your company. If you're a customer-facing business, people don't want to hire a company that's dirty or sloppy or various things like that. So again, maintaining that proper image can help the businesses you're working with acquire and maintain their existing customers. It also might be a time and money saving aspect for commercial cleaning as well. So instead of them having to try and figure out building an internal cleaning team, they can just outsource it to your company and save them time and money and the hassle of dealing with that. So again, focus on benefits like this or others that you can think of that are relevant to your cleaning business, and make sure that you talk about them on your website, because people buy for benefits, not just features. The next way to increase conversion rates is to include value-based content on your website. This is important because people want to hire companies that they feel like are experts in the industry and know what they're doing. And so again, when you go to a website, if there's little to no content, again, it just kind of talks about the features. Your business looks the exact same as every other cleaning business that only talks about the bare minimum. However, when you create value-based content like industry pages, service pages, you write blog posts that help answer questions for potential customers, help them avoid common problems related to your cleaning services. All of this goes into building credibility for your business, positioning you as an authority and expert in the cleaning space. And again, when people are shopping around or they're in research mode, checking out your website, if they see all this value-based content on your site, and then they look at a competitor's and there's nothing to be found, typically they're gonna decide to hire you versus them. So again, this just overall can help improve your conversion rates on your website. On top of that, there's a lot of other extra benefits related to SEO and driving additional traffic to your website that we won't really get into, but just understand a fraction of the benefits from content marketing and building value-based content is more than enough to help boost your conversion rate on your website. The next tip for you is to showcase a professional image on your website. So this can come in a couple different ways. One, you want to have a professional design on your website, because if your website looks super dated, doesn't function well, or again, you maybe just have a very generic templated website, that can turn people away from your business as well. Because again, it's perception based, where they look at your website and if it looks tacky, it looks dated, it looks like you don't really care about it, that can be a reflection on your cleaning service as well. Again, that might not be the case. You might offer phenomenal cleaning services. You might go above and beyond. People might love the quality of your service. But again, if they see your website and it looks terrible and the design isn't professional, they think that's how you treat every aspect of your business. So again, if it's a deciding factor, if they should hire you in another business and your website isn't professional and theirs is, there's a good chance they're gonna hire them instead. Another aspect of this professionalism can be things like uniforms, decals on cars, or again, just having that professional look to your cleaning technicians and staff. So on your website, we talked about using real photos. Part of that can include uniforms and clean equipment in the photos as well. Again, you're a cleaning business, so you wanna look sharp and clean and professional. If you look sloppy and dirty, and people are just wearing regular street clothes in all your photos, it doesn't really give you a great image of cleanliness and professionalism, and that can be a reason why people don't hire you. So make sure you focus on this professional image as another way to improve conversion rates from your website. The next tip is to optimize your quote forms. So again, one thing that we've noticed a lot is that sometimes we find cleaning companies that have way too many questions on their estimate request forms or free quote forms on their website. Again, obviously it's nice as a cleaning business to have all this detailed information, the number of bedrooms, if there's pets in the house, if there's kids, or again, same kind of thing with commercial cleaning. If you want to know all the intricate details of the business in that quote form, that's great. But typically what we find is that the more questions you ask, the less people are willing to fill out that form. Most people, again, when they visit your website or even when they're requesting an estimate, they're just looking for a quick general idea of how much it's going to cost. Because either it's going to be in their budget range and then they're going to want to do more research or talk to someone from your company, or they're going to quickly determine they can't afford your services and they're going to go look somewhere else or just do cleaning on their own. And so again, if you ask way too many questions, it's going to limit the number of people that even request an estimate from you. And then if they do request an estimate, only to find out they jumped through all these hoops and then it's out of their price range, they're still not a qualified lead for you. So in our opinion, we usually recommend that you ask the minimum amount of questions to give a relatively accurate cleaning quote. And then at that point, you can start to begin your sales process with these leads. Because at the same time, it's very easy for people to request a bunch of different quotes from a lot of different cleaning companies in your area. And so if you make it a hassle to even request a quote, they're just gonna quickly go to someone else. So ask enough questions that make sense, that you can give a decent quote that's relatively accurate. And then from there, focus on follow-up in your sales in the back end to help convert more leads. The next tip is to optimize your lead generation process. So again, like I said, not everyone that visits your website for the first time is going to be ready to buy from you. So you want to create different methods to generate leads beyond maybe just your estimate request form. So there's different ways to do this. You can offer different downloads, for example. So it might be a price savings guide. It might be other types of guides that someone would be interested in that's related to a cleaning service. You might offer a special discount for first-time customers if they enter their name and email and subscribe to your newsletter list. There's a lot of different options. But the idea behind this is, again, not everyone that visits your site for the first time is going to be ready to hire you or request an estimate. So you want other methods to capture their information so you can continue to market to them, build value in your service, and then when the timing is right and they do want to hire a cleaning service, they typically reach out to you versus your competition. Another way to optimize your lead generation is to make it very obvious where people can request an estimate or give you a call. So one way to do this is to put those options above the fold. And so what that means is when your website loads for the first time, you want your phone number to be at the top of the page. You also want a button that says something like request an estimate, request a quote, schedule a walkthrough. Again, something that makes sense for your cleaning business that's going to lead someone to the next step in your sales process. And again, you want that above the fold. And so what that means is that when your page initially loads, it's right at the top that people can see without having to scroll down the page at all. Again, most people we've found are looking for instant results. They're kind of lazy in the research stage at some points. And so the more work and hoops you make someone jump through, trying to find your form, answering a lot of questions that aren't necessary, and on, the less people that are going to do it and follow through. So make it easy, make your forms obvious, make your phone number easy to see. You also want to make your phone number clickable, basically meaning that if someone's on a mobile phone and they click on it, it takes them right into giving you a call. This is just another little tip and tweak you can do to improve conversion rates and your lead generation process. The final tip for you is to improve your sales and follow-up process. I talked about it a little bit earlier in the video, but often when you generate a lead, this is just the beginning of the sales process. A lot of people are simply in research mode. They're not sure if they want to hire your company or another company. And so when you generate a lead, it doesn't mean that they're a lay down sale or that you can just throw out your price and they're automatically going to buy. You still need to sell them on the benefits of why they should hire your cleaning business. So again, if you don't have a solid follow-up process in place, a lot of these leads will end up going to your competitors. One tip that you can do to improve your sales process is to always try and control the conversation and lead people into the next step of your sales process. So for example, one mistake we see a lot is companies will have people request an estimate and then they give them the price, and that's kind of the end of the conversation, or they then leave it up to that lead to take the next step. So a little bit better way to position it would be to offer a free quote, have someone request that, give them the free quote, and then let them know the next step in your process. So for example, you might say something like, based on the information you gave us, it seems like it would probably cost around $300, or again, insert your price, to do that cleaning. We do have a few times available left this week where you could schedule a walkthrough. What day works better for you this week, Tuesday or Thursday, to schedule that? And so again, you're not just giving the estimate, you're giving the estimate, but then leading them into that next step in the sales process. When you do this, this can help improve your conversions, and a lot more of the leads you do talk to will take that next step and end up hiring you. So again, hopefully you guys got value out of these 9 tips to help you improve conversion rates on your website. If you did, be sure to like this video as it really helps out the channel. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new videos we put out to help you build a profitable cleaning business. Also, if you're struggling to generate leads for your cleaning business, we put together a free training video on the top 10 lead sources for cleaning business owners. So if you'd like to access that training video, click on the link in the description below this video and learn the top 10 lead sources for cleaning businesses. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.